Okay, let's move on now. How do we normally choose our career? Okay, this is one slide. This is, in fact, my favorite slide because I keep seeing this day in, day out when students come to me for career counseling. Now, one of the most common thing that happens is students say that, okay, I'm a very, very common thing. I will choose medicine because I like biology. Now, this is a very, very common answer that I get that I'm looking at medicine. Now, you have to understand one thing that choosing biology may mean medicine, but not necessarily only medicine, because when you choose biology, for all you know, you may want to become a researcher in biological sciences. If you choose biology, you may want to become, let's say, an analyst or a researcher with respect to zoology, which is a subject that you study from the 13th standard in details and then do a master's in zoology. I mean, I know people who have studied zoology and have had great careers in the private as well as the government sector. They used to love biology. Now, now you may want to become a forest officer. Some of us want to get into IAS, IFS. IFS stands for Foreign Service or Forest Service. So there are so many environment, etc., etc. Now, which is climate change, which is so important. So liking biology may not necessarily be only medicine. That's number one. And therefore, one of the maximum percentage of students that I get who are looking at resetting their careers happen to be from medicine background, because there is a lot of aura around medicine. There is a lot of prestige for medicine. There is a lot of marketing that is happening with respect to preparation for NEET. And because of that, a lot of students end up choosing medicine. Or if you're typically in Mumbai, Pune, there is the concept of integrated education. So you end up going for a PCB integrated with NEET in mind. And then probably in your first or the second year of medicine, you actually realize that I've kind of made a mistake. Now, understand one thing, medicine is an extremely focused career. And you cannot really I mean, you can technically move out into something like an MBA or something, but then medicine is too long a route to get into an MBA. So and it is too focused compared to so many other careers, and therefore, especially if you're going to look at a very focused career, then you require a lot of clarity on thought process. So one of the messages that I want to give is that what you like and what you correlate. Maybe there are other subjects and other professions that may correlate to the same thing. Let me give you best example of mathematics. Maths, when you like, most of the people say engineering, but the most difficult maths, I mean, those someone who's really really good at maths can probably go for a subject called actuarial science, which is the toughest, one of the toughest programs in the world and in India. And it requires a lot of mathematics and statistics, and only those who are very very good in maths and stats can do that program, can complete that program. But these kind of things never come to our mind, and therefore that is the first message that I wanted to give you all right. Now, second thing I want to tell you, again, this happens day in, day out. I'll give you a very, and I'm giving you examples of my own students because then it is very realistic. Okay, now I have this one of my, one of our students. Now, I mean, this family is known to me because a lot of their children have done career counseling. So one of their, extended family members and cousins and all of that. So one of these girl, she was when she was in the ninth standard, she was very clear that I want to do hotel management. Now that family also has got a chain of restaurants, etc. And then it fitted in very well. She thought, this looks good, business अच्छा, मतलब already हमारा एक business है hotel management के बाद में I can look at expanding that business. So बहुत ही अच्छा normal अच्छा thought process है, logical, right? Now this was in the ninth grade. When she went into the 10th grade, she started thinking about something to do with science. So should it be physics? Should it be, because she was also very good academically, by the way. Now, so should I do something in the area of physics, or should I do something in the area of engineering, or something like that? So then she got confused. Now, उसके बाद में ना ये movie आया, Ajay Devgan's movie. What's the name of the movie? Runway 34. Yeah, Runway 34. Now, this movie is about two commercial pilots, and so Ajay Devgan and Rakul Preet Singh, and they do a wonderful job and all of that. So, वो देखने के बाद में she said, I want to be a pilot. Now, what is happening is, so look at the left hand. You keep getting attracted to various things. अभी likes में क्या होता है ना, your likes keep on evolving with every passing year because your exposure is going up. So ninth you like something, 10th you like something, 11th you like something, 12th you may like something, and in 13th, if you don't like what you have chosen at the 12th level, then what do you do? That becomes a problem. And therefore, when we like something, that is very important. But again, we have to do a little bit analysis in terms of, if I like something, I have to go a little more in depth into it. So that's the point that I wanted to make, that sometimes we get carried away by the glamour. So glamour could be, looking at a movie and saying, wow, this looks so glamorous. And movies are glamorous, right? Or sometimes some careers are glamorous, like cinema and entertainment is a very glamorous career. Or merchant navy looks very glamorous because you roam all around the world. I've got a lot of stories about all these examples of how these careers are actually not glamorous. Okay, but if I keep getting into that, बहुत टाइम उसमें जाएगा. So therefore I just want to tell you that if you like something जो बाहर से glamorous लगता है, it is, people who are working there will actually tell you कि इसमें glamour नहीं है. हाँ, if you are really passionate about it, and if you really want to make a career, yes, that's possible. But glamour नहीं है, because बाहर से glamour दिखता है, अंदर कुछ और होता है. In the sense, the real life world of work is very different from what it looks, right? So you have to be a little careful about that. That's the other thing. Scope, earning, peer family. Now, peer family pressure, this is one important point. Now, these days I observe that, okay, so how does peer pressure? I literally get students from 10th standard saying कि हमको बहुत जल्दी career counseling करना है because सारे friends ने NEET या JEE का integrated join किया है, तो अभी इसको बहुत pressure आ रहा है. So peer pressure plays a lot of role. Okay. Secondly, family pressure. Now, family pressure may not be direct. ना इसका एक एग्जांपल मैं देता हूँ, सो वी अंडरस्टैंड, स्पेशली पेरेंट्स हु आर देयर, दे विल गेट मोर क्लैरिटी. कभी कभी ना, सी देयर आई एम सीइंग दैट टुडे लॉट ऑफ पेरेंट्स आर काफी लिबरल होते हैं. मतलब दे से दैट तुमको जो चाहिए करो, जो चाहिए करो, एक्चुअली दे मीन दैट. But sometimes the pressure is there in the environment, I would put it that way. One very good example, like I'll tell you, is this is an example of very famous doctors in Mumbai. They have their own setup, both father and mother doctors, doing extremely well, very well set up hospital and all of that. And they had told their son that you do whatever you want, and the son was brilliant in all subjects. And so they तो said that do whatever you want. बट एक जो माहौल था ना, वो डिस्कशंस मेडिसिन के बारे में होते थे, इतना वो दैट ही एंडेड अप चूजिंग मेडिसिन इन 11, आई मीन चूजिंग गोइंग फॉर नीट इन 11th एंड 12th के इन द मिड ऑफ 12th ही एक्चुअली सेड कि मुझे मेडिसिन नहीं करना है. एट दैट टाइम देयर वाज अ लॉट ऑफ पैनिक सिचुएशन बिकॉज व्हेन यू आर इन द मंथ ऑफ ऑगस्ट एंड सितंबर एंड you were planning for a NEET which is going to happen in a few months, and suddenly you say NEET नहीं करना है, तो पूरा पैनिक हो जाता है फिर, right? So yeah, peer and family pressure can happen either directly or indirectly. So these are some of the, and if these things happen, and if you realize this in the 13th standard, that's where you feel that probably I've made a mistake, right? So these are some of the things that you have to be careful about while choosing a career. And if that is the case, then the next question is how